Hi, afternoon everyone. I'm actually doing some rendering, and while I'm doing some rendering, I figured I'd turn the camera on and talk. You can see what to do. I'm actually gonna keep some of my equipment, put some of my equipment away as I go. Something to do. You know, the one thing I've liked so far is that you really have to make sure everything around you, your car, your office, you want to keep it presentable. I generally like to be clean shaven, so get up, make sure I shave in the morning, make sure you're presentable, because this is your personal brand. And I also was trying to think, so what should I talk about when I do my vlogs? And I have a pretty good idea, but sometimes that stops people from, of course I'm just starting the vlog now, but I can see why some would. I've never had a problem with ideas. I'm working on my website now. My blog's going to be on the website. I also post blogs on LinkedIn. You can check out Joshua Brecht on LinkedIn under MediaAv, BRX Studios. Those are our main companies. But I've never had a problem with writing or coming up with ideas. I've talked about that the other day slightly, but some people say, there's, that creative slump, writer's block. And I always say that, you never really have talker's block. Most people can get into a conversation. So you're just sharing, and if you're doing what you love, or if you're making the best use of your day, then you'll have something to share. The one thing that this has helped is you make sure that you have a more interesting day, or you actually make sure that you do something with your time that you have. I love this glide cam. Let's put this away. But the point is that there's many different things you can do to generate ideas. You can watch the news, you can look at news reports, I like to read a lot. I love reading books, so that helps me generate ideas and constantly think about different things. Those podcasts are great, and vlogs are great, YouTube channels are great. So those are different things you can do for ideas. You can also write down your ideas. You can create a list of things to talk about. Planning is just as important when it comes to figuring out what to talk about. So if what should I talk about, if that's what's keeping you from vlogging, then just plan it out. Just think about, well, what are some 10 things that I would talk about this week? Keep playing around with this. I got this Tascam that's broken Tascam. So I don't really have a lot of equipment here. Most of the equipment that I use is actually somebody else's equipment. I partner up with Mitchell Wood from Mitchell Wood Photography. You can check out his website, check out his Vimeo, his YouTube page. Mostly everything that we do, everything that I edit through him, that's where it shows up. But I have a Canon 70D. For my audio, I'm basically just using a lav mic, and I'm actually just connecting it right to my phone and hitting record. So you don't have to have a lot to start. You don't need to have a ton to talk about. You just have to be able to provide value. So if you think about solutions to problems that I talked about the other day, but if you think about what value you have or what you do, talk about what you do. It doesn't matter what you do, just talk about it and share with what you do, because then what's going to happen is somebody's going to see what you do, and they're going to see your personality, and like an electrician or a plumber, even a driver. I mean, a UPS driver. I actually haven't even been doing this very long. I really started my journey back in January of 2017. I've always done video editing off and on. I've done personal projects. I've done training projects I used to be a trainer for a company, and I used to do training projects for them. I've done some videos for staff videos. I've done slideshows. I've done graphic presentations. I've never really done this until a year and a half ago. So starting now and sharing my journey more, I've really seen from others how beneficial that is, because I get to show people what I do. I get to show them that if you try to put what your passion is and you try to strive after your dream or your passion or whatever that may be, it will be very beneficial to you. So when you think about what you want to talk about, it's really important to just talk about something that you're passionate about. So if you go to a party someday and somebody asks you, well, what's going on? It's okay. Yeah, what are you doing? Just been busy. But then they say, oh, so what do you do for a living? And immediately you start talking for 2 hours. Even if you're a vacuum cleaner salesman, I mean, when you learn about your product and you learn about what you do, you're so excited about it. And if you're not excited about it, then you're not doing the right thing, or find something you're passionate about, because if you're doing what you're passionate about, then you're gonna want to share it with others. So that's what you talk about. Talk about your passion. Talk about what you love, and then just share it. By the way, that dog that you saw the other day, that's not even my dog. That's actually my kids, or they call her Nana. That's their dog, Maya. I don't even know why I'm clarifying that. I just figured, let me clarify that for them. But introduce you to, this is actually our guide dog here. Her name's Nateri. We have 2 cats, and she kind of sits here while I edit. So I edit over there, and then she kind of sits here, and it's really nice. It's really nice. So I figured. The point is, don't let what you have stop you from sharing. I looked on LinkedIn and I see people using a whole array of tools to share, to document their journey. So just use what you have. Don't let that stop you, and you'll get better. Well, I'm gonna get better. I'm in video production, so I know that I'm gonna try to share some of the stuff that I do, try to share all the things that I'm doing, but just use what you have. Don't let that stop you. Share what you're passionate about, and just have a fun time. All right, so we're gonna send this one out. Nateri, you got any final words that you want to say? It's funny, she's usually very open about everything, but right now she's kind of shy because she's on camera. So yeah, that's all we got.